Hey, good morning, guys. It is August 8th, and Chambers is in Luke 1, verse 35, which is where the angel of the Lord is visiting Mary and telling her what's going to happen um, before the birth of Jesus. So he says that um, the Holy Spirit will come upon you, the power of the Most High will overshadow you. This is in verse 35. The angel answered, so the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God. And Chambers then takes this metaphorically into this. And in all honesty, I don't know if it's just that I've had a long week or I'm just not ready to understand it. Chambers kind of goes into um, this metaphor of how God is born into us and how we are similar to Mary in how that's born out. I can follow that a little bit, but in all candor, it's just a little too much for me this morning. So there was kind of some simpler thoughts that I had as I read this. Um, and simpler is the right word too. I think about the simplicity of the entrance of God into the human realm in the life of Jesus, and I think about the simplicity of a few things. The simplicity of his um, his form. He came not as a baby even, but as a preborn, um, just like us, born out in the womb of a very simple girl. Um, and her simple faith, her simple responses to the angel, her simple walk. There's so many things that are just, to me, very profound about the simplicity of God's entrance or introduction of the Redeemer into the world. And Chambers does ask us in the second paragraph here, am I simple enough to identify myself with my Lord? And I think I know it's my problem a lot of times, and I think it's a lot of people's problems is we try to overcomplicate everything. My role, I definitely try to overcomplicate salvation or sanctification or how that even happens. And even as I read Chambers, sometimes I realize I don't think going too deep. I think depth is not my problem. I think it's just it, I think the truth is, I think we can go deep into understanding God and his purposes. Um, and obviously it's an abyss. There's no end to it. There's no bottom. But that doesn't mean we have to complicate it. The deeper we go, sometimes I feel like the simpler it is. And when we complicate it, when we put things in it that don't belong, that's when everything gets convoluted. Um, we think we're going deep, and truly we're just all we're doing is if you've ever taken a chainsaw chain or some kind of things that get tangled. I'm gonna say a chainsaw chain. Some of you might be able to relate to this, but the more you mess with it, the more it gets tangled. And it's the same way with like jewelry. With if you put a bunch of chains, people bring us jewelry sometimes and they'll throw it out in the counter. It's a bunch of chains, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is a rat's nest. And we tend to do that sometimes with our theology if we're not careful. We just tangle everything up into a rat's nest. And I think the trick is, I think it is easy, not easy. I think it's essential that we go deep into understanding God's purposes and designs, but I don't think we need to complicate it. So anyway, the simplicity of everything that how Jesus entered this world, to me, it was profound today. And it says, "Oh, the clamor." Chambers says, "Oh, the clamor of these days. Everyone is clamoring for what? For the Son of God to be put to death." And I think that was the literal clamor in the day of Jesus, the days of Jesus. But it's still the clamor that the work of the Son of God um, be put down, put to death, ignored, rejected. Um, so anyway, I have no idea if that's made any sense to you today. So thank you if it didn't, that you still stuck with me on that one. But I think I think just the KISS principle again. I know I've said it before. Keep it simple. You guys have an awesome day.